Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Slow Customs, and today's custom will be on Blue Alfred. Now, I wanted to make Blue Alfred because for Christmas, I got a set of off-brand engines, which was perfect for custom making, and they had a engine in there that looked like my Green Alfred. So I decided to make Blue Alfred just because I didn't really have any ideas for customs, and I kind of wanted to make him. So yeah, let's get into it. Oh, I also have my Green Alfred in the background because I have made updates to it, and I'd like to show those off. So let's get into Blue Alfred first. Now he's painted in a light blue, which I was really surprised with because it was almost the perfect shade of blue for NWR blue, like Thomas and Gordon and Edward. So I have labeled that paint, I don't know what it's called, like a paint tube, paint container, I don't know. I labeled the paint container NWR blue, so if I ever make another blue engine like Blue James or Blue Henry, I can have that, so yeah. Anyway, he's got red boiler stripes going along his boiler, as well as red splashers. I tried to keep the color scheme kind of the same to Green Alfred back here, as you can see, like the white lining and the white splashers, red lining, red splashers. So I wanted to try and keep it close to that. I'll just move him here. He has NWR on his side where his number would be. I debated whether putting that on his tender, like Green Alfred with the LNER, but I decided to put it on his cab because his 984-62 for me would have been too hard to get in that small little area there. So I just decided to put NWR. And I don't think it looks that bad either, so, yeah. His cab windows look pretty much the same to Green Alfred's, just with the yellow outline, so we'll move on to the tender. Now, Alfred's tender is a 2020 Emily tender. That's why in my collection video, she didn't have her tender, because I was using it for Alfred. So, yeah. It's painted in the same blue, obviously, with red lining. It has the number 98462, because that's the number that the fandom has given to him, or if that's his official number, I don't know. But a lot of other people's Alfred's models have this number, so I just put it on his tender. It's very messy, and I kind of did that unintentionally, but with intention, because I have an episode planned with Alfred, and the messiness of the lettering kind of goes into play with the episode. So, yeah, that's the only hint I'm giving you, though. He's also got a handrail. I forgot to mention that. The handrail goes across the boiler and everything, so that's nice. I'll flip him around here. Yeah, I still have to mark it as Blue Alfred or whatever, so here's the other side. The 8 on this side is really bad, but I don't really mind it because it'll serve its purpose in the episode, so that'll be good. Oh, and on the back of the tender, I gave him the back lining for his tender, I guess you'd call it, but yeah. The 3D piece of coal up here, too, that's just taken off of a off-brand coal piece and hot glued on. So, yeah. I think this side for Alfred is really good, especially with the NWR and the box lining, so that's really nice. So, yeah. Before I go into Green Alfred, I'll talk about the faces for them. Now, when I was making Alfred, I was debating whether to give him his other expressions or just give him a smiling face and whatever, and I decided to give him his other expressions. So I'll grab Green Alfred here. As you can see, they have different expressions. One of them is his grin face or whatever, and one of them is his smug face. I also have 4 more here. One of them is his sad face, surprised face, angry face, and if I can move the one that's on top of the other. It's kind of hard in the bag. I think it's the tired face, maybe? Hold on, this is really... Okay, there it is. It's his happy face right there. So, yeah. It's just going to be in a bag like this. So, yeah. Oh, and the faces are paper, and they're glued onto pennies. Kind of a weird thing, but it works really well because it allows me to take off the face. If I do it here, I can show you. It'll be kind of sticky, but yeah. It allows me to interchange the face. Like, let's say I have a scene where he's sad. I can take this one off and just replace it with that. And it's just stuck on there with a piece of putty. I'll probably leave them off when I'm displaying them on my custom shelf. Just because I don't want the putty to stay on there forever. Because if you leave it for a long time, it tends to, like, weld itself to the wood and whatever. Same thing with Alfred here. The face can come off. Blue Alfred is actually a bit bigger than the green Alfred, but it won't be too noticeable because I won't have them in the same scene as each other. They're just, like, interchangeable. Now I'll get on to green Alfred here. Not too much has changed on green Alfred other than I gave him his handrail, as you can see there. I gave him his handrail across. And I think I fixed his lettering, maybe? No. Yeah. I fixed his white lining because that was a little messy and not very good, so I just redid that. I also gave him the lining box on the back of his tender as well. So yeah. That's pretty much it for green Alfred. I didn't add too much or take away too much, so yeah. He's kind of simple, really. I really like this, though, because now I can actually do a good episode with him. And I've mentioned him, I think, like, twice in my series now. So, yeah, he'll be appearing soon. And probably one of these 2 liveries. I'm still deciding. So, yeah. I'll definitely be using these faces. And in the future, though, I would like to start using face expressions for a bunch of my models. So if I buy an extra copy of every wooden railway I have, I can make custom faces for them, and then I'd have different expressions and whatnot. So, yeah. I might make 3D versions of Alfred's faces, but I don't know. I like the paper. Also, there is lines that go through them. That was unintentional, but yeah. Anyway. Main video is about Blue Alfred. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this Slow Customs, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.